As we await President Trump's State of the Union address tonight and the possibility he will announce the time and place for his next summit meeting with Kim Jong Un, a new United Nations report is calling out the dictator's efforts to conceal his nuclear and missile capabilities. Let's bring in CNN's Brian Todd. Brian, what are you learning?
Wolf, tonight getting new information from sources at the United Nations. They're telling us about a confidential UN report which says Kim is going to extraordinary lengths to hide and disperse his weapons capability, even stashing it, some of it, in civilian areas. Tonight, new intelligence from the United Nations appears to show Kim Jong Un is taking evasive action to protect his weapons, even as President Trump moves closer to a second summit with the 35-year-old dictator. Kim's regime is working to make sure its nuclear and missile capabilities can't be taken out by U.S. airstrikes by dispersing their assembly, storage, and testing locations.
The more they disperse it, the more confidence they can have that their assets may be able to survive the initial stages of a conflict.
Details of a confidential UN report were confirmed to CNN by a UN Security Council diplomat. The report says Kim's regime is using civilian facilities like airports to assemble and test ballistic missiles to evade so-called decapitation strikes.
They know that that would create a dilemma for the United States military planners if we knew that there were an important asset there we needed to destroy, but civilians might be injured in the process.
The report also says North Korea is rendering UN sanctions ineffective thanks to a massive increase in illegal ship-to-ship oil transfers on the high seas. And North Korea continues to try to illegally sell weapons in places like Libya, Sudan, and Yemen. The UN report comes as the White House is trying to sell the idea that its diplomatic outreach, including a summit last summer, has boxed Kim Jong Un in, keeping him from testing or launching missiles. The president repeatedly touted his relationship with Kim, including glowing letters between the two men. And he has often said he's ready for the two of them to sit down face to face again.
The meeting is set. He's looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. We've made tremendous progress.
But experts say the second summit comes with even higher stakes, since the first meeting in Singapore brought only a vague commitment from the North Korean dictator to work toward dismantling his nuclear arsenal.
This is an opportunity to reduce tensions and to really change the situation in Northeast Asia.
Robert Gallucci was the lead American negotiator in 1994 when North Korea agreed to freeze part of its weapons program and eliminate its nuclear facilities in exchange for economic aid, non-military nuclear reactors to generate electricity, and normalization of diplomatic relations. The North Koreans cheated on that deal by secretly producing nuclear materials that could be weaponized. Gallucci says at this summit, both sides have to make real commitments.
Some quid pro quo, some reciprocity. This is where the North gives us some substantive move on denuclearization, and on our side, presumably something either in the box of normalization of relations or in the box of sanctions relief.
Now, Robert Gallucci says with past deals with North Korea, even though the North Koreans cheated on those deals, it was still good for U.S. national security because they at least slowed the North Koreans' nuclear progress down. He said that could be the case this time, even if the North Koreans cheat. But he says first, we have to see the kind of deal that Trump and Kim Jong Un make. We'll know soon where they're going to hold that summit, Wolf.
We'll find out pretty soon. That's right. Brian Todd, thank you very much.